Hello, hockey fans. The Minnesota Hockey Connection Show is on the air. We're at PACT-TV Studios, downtown Duluth. And it's Monday, March 3rd. And boy, state tournament week for boys. This is a big week. And I'm going to start off by giving a call to a couple coaches. And I'm going to start with Coach Randolph. And let's see. We'll get him on the phone here and talk about his team going to state for the 20th time.
Jerry?
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, I can.
All right. How's it going, Coach?
Going well. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to you.
We got Coach Mike Randolph from Northern Lakes, whose team is going to the state for the second time in the school's history. So congratulations on that, Coach. And I know you're on the way back up to Pequot Lakes, and you got practice tonight, right?
Yeah, we have practice at 4:45. We'll go an hour at Breezy today. We were at Hallett last week. That's the normal schedule. We bounce around a little bit, but we're used to it, and it just speaks to the dedication the families, parents, the kids, the youth coaches have made to provide hockey players opportunities to play this great game.
Boy, so you've been through this, seems like 100 times, but you have been to the state tournament. Now this is, I think, your 20th time?
Yes, it's my 20th time. One with Denfeld and 18 with East, and one with Northern Lakes.
I don't think there's any other coach out there that's been to the state tournament as much as you. I don't know.
That I don't know, Jerry. I don't know if anybody's as old as me.
Well, I am. So, tell me, you still get the nerves and you still, does it ever change?
I think you handle nerves better. What's really cool is you still get really excited. I went back to the section final, and you were there, Jared. The energy in the building and the excitement of the teams to compete to go to the state tournament has never gone away. I heard way years back that the state tournament was going to die, high school hockey's going to die. It's not going to die, Jared. The communities, it's community-based, and the communities really get behind their teams come playoff time. Around the state, all the section finals, double A as well as single A are well attended, and I don't ever see that changing. As much as some people want to change it, I don't see it changing.
But I really love it when these small towns outside of the Twin Cities make it to state, and the whole town basically closes down to come down and watch their boys. It's a great day for these small towns.
Around Pequot Lakes, around Crosby, around Aiken, which are the three communities we get players from, we're going to have 3 send-offs.
I've never heard that before.
yeah. The fire department and the police cars escort the teams out of town, and they do it for all their. They did it for the football team, which made the state tournament. They do it for all their athletic teams. It just speaks to how they get behind their teams. We were in small, whether we played at Hallett or Breezy, I know it's not a big place, but the place was well attended, packed, and it was a great atmosphere for all our games. And then, of course, at St. Cloud, those people some traveled 2 hours to go to that game. And we had a great attendance from Aiken and Crosby and Breezy, and I believe it really energized our boys. If you look at that game, we scored a couple goals early, which is always nice to do, and I believe the the energy that crowd brought really helped make that happen.
Which is nice seeing all these Class A games where, I mean, the Hibbing Cloquet game, they packed Amsoil. That's close to 7,000 there, and people are buying tickets in the middle of the second period. So Class A hockey, I tell you, this year, usually that first day down in the Twin Cities, in the state tournament, the first day goes a lot of running time games, but not this year. You got 8 good teams, then any one of them can win the state tournament.
Yeah, there's no question about it. We played Laverne in our building at Hallett, which is a tough place to play, and they're the 8th seed, and they're a very good hockey team. And, we had a tough time with them. We won 3-0, but they have some pieces that can give a team a problem. So I agree with you 100%. 1 through 8 is wide open, I think, like no other year.
And you got 2 teams there with like Montemita that's been there almost every year. They're 11 and 15, I think, or something like that. I mean, under 500, and you got the team that you're playing, East Grand Forks, just 500. But both of those teams played tough schedules, and they got 2 of the best Class A coaches in the state. And what do you know about East Grand Forks?
Well, I've made a couple calls. I've seen them on video. They're heavy. They play really hard, and to your comment, that they're very, very well coached. And you don't beat a team. I mean, we played Borough our last game with your year, so they're an excellent team. And you don't beat the number 1 team in the state without having a really good team. So they look very balanced. A lot of their players look the same. They're big on D. Their goalie's starting to play well. The only reason they struggled earlier trying to find a goalie, and they found a goalie now. And so, a lot of people picked East Grand to win it all, Jared, at the beginning of the year.
Right. I had them high.
They just struggled early on with the goaltending, but he played very well against Warroad, as did their team. And so we're going to have our hands full, but I think it's going to be a great game. If we come out and play our game and play our style, I think we'll have a heck of a game with them. Right.
It's going to be a great tournament, Class A and Class AA. And, boy, I think with all these new teams coming in, it's even going to be more fun, So, so you're just going to enjoy this and go for the run to the title, huh?
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy every second of it, as I told the players, because this doesn't happen every day. Right after the game in St. Cloud, when we beat Alex in the section final, I told the kids, this goes really fast. And this is something you'll never forget. I mean, I'm getting text. I just got a text message from Ricky Lyle. He said he was watching the state tournament tapes, wished me well. And I got text messages and emails and messages from a whole bunch of former players. I talk to him every time at this time of year. I know how it works because I've got a son, and he played in 3 state tournaments, and he says every time when the sections come up, they just reflect back on the sections and the state tournament, and I believe that happens the rest of your life.
Right.
And that's what makes it so special.
Yep, these kids will have memories for the rest of their life for sure. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I want to thank you, and hey, have fun, and boy, the town I know is going wild right now and getting ready to come down to the Twin Cities. So we'll see you down there at state.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Thanks. That was Coach Mike Randolph from the Northern Lakes co-op team. They have Aiken, Pequot Lakes, and Crosby, and Pine River as the 4 schools. And still, they're way. I don't even think they have 700 between all 4 schools. So it is a true Class A small town team. And boy, like I said, they're going to have 3 send-offs up there in the Pequot Lakes and Aiken and Crosby to send the team to state. What fun for the kids and the towns. So we have to say good luck to all those players, and boy, have fun down in the Twin Cities. So I'm going to call our second coach is Aaron Jamnick from Hibbing, Chisholm, and see what he has to say about his team in the state tournament. Hello, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we got Coach Aaron Jamnick on the phone, the Hibbing Chisholm head coach. And they're heading to state tomorrow for the big banquet, and then they play Laverne tomorrow night, the first game at 6 o'clock. Hey, congratulations, first of all, for your team.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's been a heck of a ride, and yeah, a lot of community support, and yeah, it's been great.
I was just talking to Coach Randolph at Northern Lakes, and they're going to have, because they're a co-op, they're having three towns that are sending them off with fire trucks and police cars. It's crazy. I mean, the fans are going wild. Hockey fans are going wild when their small towns get to state.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's cool to see, and it's been a while for us here, and yeah, the support's been great, and yeah, we got to send off with all the schools around here, and yeah.
I remember you playing at Hibbing. It must have been at least 15 years ago. Were you just 1 or 2 years after the Walter boys?
No, about 4 or 5.
Oh, it's 4 or 5. And then Adam Johnson was after you, correct?
Yeah, I think he was like 4 years younger than me.
Okay, so there's some good players that came out of your town.
Yeah.
So, you guys, I watched you guys about 5-6 times this year, and especially that Hibbing last game in the playoffs in the sections at Amsoil. What a crowd, and what a game. That was the best game of all the sections, and there has been a lot of overtime games too. So, congratulations on that game. Boy, you have a young team.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a few seniors, but we returned 13 guys from last year's playoff roster. So being young, we still got experience, and learned a lot from last year's playoff run. Came up short against Hermantown, but that was kind of motivation for right after the season, for the off season, and to start this year. And yeah, the boys just kept working hard for this goal.
I was a rink rat in the 60s, and all the local teams in Duluth area, the elite rink rats were on the first line of most of these high school teams. And that reminds me of your team, and they seem like just a bunch of rink rats out there, but you got them to play more than just offense. You got them playing 200 feet too. So it's just fun to watch your team.
Yeah, the boys love hockey, and yeah, they're always doing something after, a lot of outdoor hockey, a lot of other sports too, and yeah, I think that's what makes them so good too, is that they push each other in practice also, and it's not easy, and sometimes there's a little shoving and whatnot, but yeah, they grind, and yeah, they push each other. That's the biggest thing.
Boy, you got a couple young kids that are freshmen. I mean, those number 2 and number 40, I mean, they just stepped it up at the last half of the season there. I mean, I'm just amazed how they seem like seniors the way they poised and how they play.
Yeah, they've been great. They played their head up, and there's a lot of talent there, and definitely a step up from Bantam single A, and but yeah, they love the challenge, and you can see each game, and our schedule was very difficult, and they grew so much just playing against that competition, and yeah, it wasn't as easy as normal, but then the second half of the year, they're some of the best guys on the ice every time, and yeah, it's cool to see.
What's the hardest part about coaching when they're real young like that?
Probably just they can get away with some stuff in youth hockey, and just by talent, and I think each level it gets a little tighter and more depth, and you gotta probably just playing the defensive part of the game, getting back hard, shorter shifts, a little harder on the puck, hanging onto it a little more, and taking hits.
I was when I was talking to Coach Randolph, we're talking this tournament in Class A. I've never seen the teams that are so. Any team can win this state. And years before, it seemed like there's 4 decent, good teams, and then there's 4 that I don't know. Can be runaway. But this year, I think every game is going to be. It's no giveaways here.
Yeah, I think that's great for the whole state. And
right.
You saw a lot of overtime games and sections, and a lot of one-goal games in the earlier rounds, and it's cool to see, and everyone's getting better, and it just makes it more fun this time of year.
So what do you enjoy most with this team?
It's a great group of kids, just being at practice with them after, and just like going to battle with them, and just seeing them grow and be leaders, and it's a great group of kids.
I bet you're going to have a big crowd from Hibbing down there Wednesday night.
Yeah, we've got so much support this year from the community and past alumni, and it's been phenomenal. Does
Hibbing pre-sell tickets, or do you just get them down there usually?
I'm really not sure.
Okay. So, what do you know about your team you're playing, Laverne?
Yeah, I watched them a little bit so far. Gonna continue to watch them. The high scoring offense. They got a lot of guys that can put the puck in the net. Really high power play, 42%. That's really impressive.
Right.
So definitely got to be disciplined. Definitely got to defend quick and good sticks. They can put the puck in the net.
Well, the number one thing is you're going down there to try to win the state, but winning that first game is important so you can stay there for all 4 days there at the XL.
Yeah, our focus is on one thing right now, and that's Wednesday.
Right.
And just.
So when are you guys leaving to go down?
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Do you leave from the school, or is there a send-off or anything?
Yeah, there's a send-off, and we go to the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school. So.
That's nice. Get the young kids. Hey, I'm going to ask you. You had some great youth teams the last 3-4 years now. How's your youth teams this year?
They're doing good. Not quite the success high school kids had down there, but there's a lot of good coaches in the youth, and let's keep chipping away down there.
What turned your program around? Because Hibbing was having problems there for about a few years there.
There was low numbers for a couple of the years. There was quite a few kids ended up leaving, going to different teams, and kind of that with low numbers. But it was about 3 years, and then it kind of got back on track and more competitive. And it's a lot of credit to a lot of the youth coaches and people volunteering.
Well, that's great to see Hibbing back in it, and I think you got a few years where your teams are going to be good. And hey, congratulations again, and hope to see you down at state. And good luck.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Aaron. That's Aaron Jamnick, Hibbing head coach. So there you go. We got two head coaches of two teams that are going to state, and boy, the kids, coaches, communities are very happy. So now I'm just going to go over some of the teams that in Class A. Like I said, first time I think that all the games are going to be close. But to start out, St. Cloud Cathedral will be playing, let's see, St. Cloud will be playing Montemita. And even though Montemita is the only team with under 500, their schedule was really tough, and they got a coach that's been around many, many years, 22 years, Jeff Posel. So there's a team I wouldn't want to play really the first round, but St. Cloud Cathedral's 2 and Montemita's number 7 in the rankings. But I'm going to go with St. Cloud Cathedral. Then we got number 3, Northfield, playing Orono. I'm going to go with a little upset here. I'm going to go with Orono. And then number 1, Hibbing, is playing Laverne. I love this Hibbing team. They're very, very rink ratty. These kids are, you can tell they've been out in the rink and they got skills and that, and they're a fun team to watch. I think they'll be the most fun team to watch at the state this year. And they go against Laverne. You get northern team and you get a very southwest team down at the bottom of the border, Laverne. So I'm going with Hibbing there. And then this might be the OT game for sure. Northern Lakes and East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks had a tough schedule. That's why they're 13-13. But Northern Lakes, Mike Randolph, first year there with assistant coach Tom Klein. And they've done a great job. And the second time Northern Lakes is there. This is a tough one. I'm going to call it an OT game, and you got to flip a coin then. But Northern Lakes has a nice sophomore goalie, which can help them. And East Grand Forks, like I said, good schedule, good coach too. So then I have Hibbing winning it all in Class A. So over in the Double A, we got Stillwater over Andover in the first game, 11 o'clock Thursday morning. And Stillwater has won 10 straight games, and a goalie transfer who couldn't play for the first half of the season's playing out of Andover. It's kind of funny, they're playing Andover, but Kel Conway, he's going to be the goalie, and he's been hot, seven straight wins when he started. So I got Stillwater in the first game. Then I got Mark Strobel's team, first year at St. Thomas Academy, against Shakopee. Shakopee has won 16 of the last 17. And I think this is going to be an upset game to me. I think Shakopee is going to win that game. And then the number 1 team, Moorhead, they might win their first title all time. They never won a title. Bridesmaid many times. They're playing Lakeville South. And I got Moorhead there. And Rogers and Edina. Boy, I just love Edina always has their team ready. They're a young team. Everyone's coming back. And it's just a young team, but their coaching always has this team ready. And Kurt Giles, I think, is going to beat Rogers, who is loaded with 5 D1s at Rogers. But and they've never been to state before, so they might have a little more nerves. So I'll have Edina there. And overall, I think Stillwater and Moorhead will be in the finals at the end. And I got Stillwater. They got 3 Gopher, where the dads played for the Gophers, 3 kids that play for Vanek, Dustin and Cole Dads played for the Gophers, and they're the top players for Stillwater. And like I said, they got the goalie from Andover who transferred over there. He even drove from Andover to Stillwater School every day. Parents didn't move there. So that's going to be fun to watch. So Stillwater in Class AA, Hibbing in Class A is my choices. We got UMDs in the playoffs after this week. Last series is at St. Cloud State, and the Wild won a game after having a 3-game losing streak, 1-0 on Sunday, and against Boston Bruins, big crowd. A lot of people like the Boston Bruins when they come to town, and it showed. And they won 1-0. The Gus, he played a great game, and now they're on the road this week because of the Boys State Tournament. So the Boys State Tournament starts Wednesday, Class A. First game, 11 o'clock. Second game is 1:30. The first game, St. Cloud Cathedral against Montemita. And second game is number 3 seed Northfield versus number 6 Orono. And then night, 6 o'clock, we got Hibbing. Hibbing will be playing Laverne, number 8 seed. And then we got number 4, East Grand Forks, playing number 5. Northern Lakes, and that'll be the Class A. And then the winners play Friday at 11 and 1:30. So in Class AA, we got Stillwater versus Andover, and then we got St. Thomas Academy against Shakopee. So number 2, Stillwater against 7, Andover. Number 3, St. Thomas Academy against number 6, Shakopee. Shakopee's first time there. And then at night, we got number 1, Moorhead versus Lakeville North, number 8. And then we got 4 and 5, which is Rogers, number 4, against Edina, number 5, at 8:30 on Thursday night. So Thursday is the start of Class AA, Wednesday A, and then semis are on Friday at the XL. Losers on the first day go to Mariucci. So it's going to be a great state tournament. You should get down there and even watch the A games. They're going to be great this year. And Class AA with new teams, only one returning team from last year. That's an amazing thing too. So Edina's the only returning team, I think. So Wednesday, Class A. Thursday, Class AA. And then Friday, semis, and championship day, Saturday at the XL. So see you at the rink, and get down to state and watch some games, and it'll be on TV, channel 45 in the Twin Cities, and WDIO up here in Duluth. So have a good day. See you at the rink, and get to some games.